the IMO pod with 3 young kings, Sukali, DT and Uzi on this. In my opinion, we're the pod of the year. We mix the banter with the edutainment. Sukali, you know, be the girl them sugar. Don't talk DT, designate driver. Tumichi Susa, Uzi takes it too far. You never know how far you can go if you don't try. We and them boys, we're not cohesive. Money, money, money.
Come on, you know what it is. It's your boys. We're back again at the In My Opinion podcast. When you hear this voice, you know it's none other than Melinda the Fourth, aka Sukali.
DT, aka Don't Talk, Just Listen.
It's your boy Uzi, aka Uzama.
What's this? This guy always doing some next thing.
I had to loosen up. It's
No,
what
we
the
call that-
doctor told me when I'm tense.
How about you loosen up?
Loosen up.
We call that one Black Boy Joy. You enjoy
Black Boy
yourself.
Joy.
Black Boy Joy.
You enjoy yourself. It's okay.
No problem.
Wow.
Listen, I'm really excited for the episode we got in store today.
You're always
Special
excited.
guest.
When are you not excited?
Listen, I feel like all our episodes has been hitting.
Hitting.
It has been,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
We had to fly this one direct straight from NASA.
I do agree to mention something along those lines.
I've seen. None other than an astronaut himself.
There you go.
The main man Boofy, our bro. We've been knowing him for a long time, and we thought, you know what, this topic.
He's been fighting to drag him into this studio for a
Honestly,
minute.
but perseverance.
Perseverance.
Pays
is
off.
Always
enough.
get you where you need to
Yeah,
be.
boys.
So Boofy, welcome to the pod, man.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. I appreciate it.
What you saying, man? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm all right. As I said, it has been a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but we're here now, so
Yeah.
let's try and deliver some great content, yeah?
Come on.
Hey, I like that.
Come
See,
on.
sound like
yeah,
the gaff he is as well.
The gaffer, bro.
I like the gaffer that he is.
Business meeting.
I like
it.
No pressure, no pressure.
Obviously, a lot of people don't know. We have a football group as well. So
Yeah.
we kick ball every Wednesday, and obviously Boofy is one of the gaff as well. So literally, that's one of them. Let's get to it, boys. Come on.
Yeah,
Even though he wants to break up the group, but that's one maybe
don't
we'll
bring that to the
or
table.
maybe we'll discuss that one later.
That's an off-air conversation.
Off air, my bad.
That's family
Okay,
matters. We
conversation.
discussed
Okay.
that off
Yeah, there you
air.
go.
I will
boy.
not wash your dirty nika here. It's okay. What do you think of the pod, bro? I know you watched a few episodes here and there, man. What you been thinking of it?
Yeah, no, as I said, like, when us boys meet up on a Wednesday, I always said to you guys, I like the content. Me and my missus, I believe I mentioned to you, I was about the one where talking about the pastor and whatnot.
Yeah.
We're just in there, the kids was running around, me and my missus was just laughing at laughing at it,
Yeah.
having a bit of a laugh and a joke and whatnot. I'll probably have to
Does she-
watch a few more of the
Does
episodes.
she go to church as well?
Like from time to time, probably not as much as what she probably liked to do.
Yeah.
It's because obviously like their church is based in East London. Obviously, like, we're based in South, so it's like to try and juggle it. It's a bit hard for her, but I would probably say, talking on her behalf, that she'll probably want to try go to church a bit more often.
And what about you? She goes alone or?
Would you go with?
I haven't been to church for a while. She, my sister-in-law got married in the church there. I always feel blessed when I walk into a place of God and whatnot. But obviously, when I do go, obviously because their native language is Portuguese,
You can't
I
understand.
sit but obviously I sit there with a headpiece on.
Okay.
So obviously like
translate.
Like,
Oh, that's
so
it.
like, basically like they translate. Even during the wedding, there was a lady there translating. So I like understood the
that's
script.
it.
Yeah, it made it was brilliant.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it
That's
was really, really nice. But I'll be honest with you, I'll probably have to try myself to be a bit, try a bit harder to get to church myself.
Bro, I'm loving the honesty, bro. Man didn't come into cap.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Ain't no-
See, I'm a
ain't no
man.
cap.
I have these conversations with my wife as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
no, 100%.
I haven't been for a long, long time. I won't sit and lie to you guys.
Same
but-
here, man. But I need to return.
You've lost your way.
I'm not getting any man in trouble, by the way. You know what I mean?
We'll discuss that. So we'll have an episode
Off air,
on
off
religion.
air,
Off air.
So, all
Everything
right,
is
cool.
off air today. Yeah.
Bro, all right. So the episodes you have watched, you probably know that we do dilemmas, right? And
we love them dilemmas.
I have this dilemma that I got sent a while ago, but I knew that it would be the right one for this episode. So I've been saving it,
You were
bro.
stewing it.
And I knew the only person that could answer it is someone such as yourself.
So now I am under pressure, yeah?
Yes, you are big under pressure. And as you know,
easy.
we read it in Ugandan accent, you know, because the people them love it. So we're gonna come to you first. So listen attentively.
Throw it at me, young man.
There you
young
go.
man. Hey, wait, don't flatter me. All right, Random, you ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am white, and my wife is black.
In a Ugandan accent.
In a Ugandan accent. Okay. We have been together a while, and we have a daughter. Now I hate to be the one. Now I hate to be. Why are you bringing my?
No, I'm taking it in.
He's thinking, where's this going?
He goes, now I hate to be one of those people who bring up race, but I've been struggling for a while with this and would appreciate your honest opinions. Whenever my wife is getting our daughter ready for school or doing her hair or putting her to sleep, she'll mention her being black something. For example, she will say, "You are my black princess," or "You're going to grow up to be a strong, successful black woman," or if she's doing something good, she'll say, "Yes, my black queen." Now, I am not a racist in the slightest, but why is my wife telling my daughter she's going to be a strong black woman? I feel by her doing that, she's neglecting her white English side. And if I did the same thing, called her a white princess, I'd probably be deemed a racist. I'm not for division, but surely my daughter is white too.
Heavy.
That is heavy.
That's a heavy one.
That's heavy.
What say you, sir?
What say you? Yeah.
First and foremost, I like to say that that's not something that me or my wife do to our children. Like they are taught and raised that they are mixed raced. The good thing is the balance in my relationship is that the cultures are very, very different. But like none either. It's more like a 50-50 thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that is a bit of a difficult situation because like if that was me right there, like listening to that, I might have to just like pull my wife to one side and say, look, like it's about giving her the equal upbringing like, on both cultures, both races.
Yeah.
They have to embrace them both, you know.
Okay.
As I said,
Nah, I hear that.
like from time to time, maybe my children end up spending a bit more time with my side of the family. They probably have picked up like a few more of the British culture ways and whatnot. But yeah, that's a dilemma there. I'll make that guy right, by the way. If the shoe was on the other foot and he's coming up like, white princess, white this,
queen,
he probably would more than likely be saying that that is deemed racist. You know? I'm not saying, by the way, that woman is being racist.
No, he was.
But that's an honest conversation that I believe that he does have to have with his wife, like one-to-one, and say, look, you have to embrace both sides of it because, end of the day, she is part black, part white. She's not just a black princess. You are a mixed race princess. That's the way how.
Or just a princess, maybe.
Or
just a princess.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Like, thanks for correcting me. That's probably what I would probably definitely say in my house. You know what I mean? Because the funny thing is about that when I was hearing it, I was like, well, for one, I do school run.
Yeah.
Two, I made you do the hair in the morning. These are the things, but I wanted to embrace that as well. Like, remember, I have two daughters as well, so the hair is beautiful, lovely and fluffy and afro-y and whatnot. So yeah, I believe that man that's called that through.
He's got a point.
Yeah, he's definitely got a point. But I reckon that's an easy fix there to me, like for me personally. Do you know what I mean? That's the way
You feel like it's just a conversation, basically. Like
100%. Yeah, that's definitely a conversation.
Nah, interesting take.
Sukali.
No,
No. Uzi, we're not doing this.
Why?
We're doing you first.
Because
you never.
Your boyfriend
exactly. Yeah.
You're not letting this go, innit?
No.
Yeah.
I like it.
Nah.
So yeah.
I agree to briefly to a certain extent, yeah. I feel like if you're going to be in an interracial relationship, you need to understand that just because society has taught us, you know, the one drop rule from the Jim Crow era, that as long as you've got a little bit of black in you, you are black. And that's where it came from, innit? That even calling mixed race people black. You got to understand that there are two cultures. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you have to embrace that. So do I think mum is wrong for saying, oh, my little... No, I don't think she's malicious in doing it. I probably think it's what comes to her mind, innit? But as the husband, I think, yeah, just have a little pull her to the side and let her know how it impacts you. I would struggle being in an interracial relationship and forget those cues. Because I'd probably say that. Do you know what I mean?
What, like what she said?
Yeah, I'd probably be like, because we've been indoctrinated that if you're mixed race, you're black. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you know, I've got a sister, my sister is half white, half black. But I didn't know she was mixed race until I was probably like 14, 15. Do you know what I mean? Because I just grew up knowing that she was black, and it comes back to how society has taught us what black is.
Yeah, fully agree.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna lie and sit here and say I wouldn't do what the mum did, but I think husband should pull her to the side and be like, I just feel like by you perpetuating this blackness in her all the time, it shouldn't be a threat to you as a husband, but just remind her that I also have my culture. Do you know what I mean? So let's maybe not call her a black princess. Maybe let's just call her a princess. And then when she's old enough, she can call herself those things, innit? Because then I'm sure, would you mind if your daughter grew up to be 18 and said, I'm a black queen?
No, not at all, no.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause that's her choice, rather.
If I'm gonna go and fill out a form, a passport form, it says it right there. It says mixed British, mixed African. So she, like you said, she has to embrace both those cultures.
I hear it. So that's my view.
Okay.
You lot tried to get me, but in silence.
I think Sukali's taking it all, innit? Like, you know what I mean? It's just a conversation away kind of thing. Just have a conversation, say, darling,
Sweetheart.
you're taking it somewhere you shouldn't be. You know, just say, you can just simmer it a little bit, just small. But I think these are issues like you can even come across even when you cross, like, say, like a Nigerian gets married to a Ghanaian or whatever, like, everyone's speaking different languages. Do you know what I'm saying? This one's trying to say, oh, like, you're going and you're in, like, telling them about your culture, about, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I think
right.
that's an issue anyone can encounter, really and truly,
That's
if
a
you're
fair
married
point.
from different places anyways, regardless. So I just think it's a thing where before both parties decide to go into that commitment, they understand that, everyone's, like, the kids have got to embrace both cultures, and I think that's it, really.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
you get
think-
that issue anywhere.
Obviously, you reading out the dilemma, I don't think is I don't want to just go straight off on the ledge and think it's about not embracing both cultures. I think it's just a thing of, like, what Sukali was saying in terms of, like, just a society-wise, how we view mixed race, like, especially when it's, like, black and white. Everyone's always just, I don't know, I think generally we've always thought, like, the black genetics is always the dominant one, isn't it? Yeah. So because of that, and apart from that, you have to also remember back in the days, like, the way, even when you talk about the racism and all of that stuff, the way mixed race were treated was just as bad. It wasn't looking like, oh, you know what, you're safe. Yeah, you know, they might have a bit of upper hand in some things.
Yeah,
but
a lot of the time they were in the house.
yeah,
rather than out.
exactly my point. But ultimately, they, you know, it was just deemed as black as well. So I guess it's kind of ingrained in it. So I guess it's a thing of, I don't want to just say, oh, rare, because I guess, come on, I don't think it's something you can avoid getting into an interracial relationship. There have to have been battles and obstacles that you, from the onset of even getting into your relationship, you guys would have had to dealt with. So I don't think it's about, obviously, embracing the culture. I think it's just a saying thing, innit? And just being carried away, you know, Black Princess. And I think what I agreed, which is your later point, is just have it just a beautiful princess.
Yeah.
Beautiful that. There shouldn't be any labels. There shouldn't have to be labels on it, you know what I mean? Innit? So, but that's just what I feel overall, though. But I agree with what you man are saying, to be honest with you. It's just all a conversation, really.
And before we end on the dilemma, is there a world in where he just has to accept it? That this is what it is. Society views his daughter as black, hence why the mum wants to make sure she instills in her that, you know, those affirmations, you're black. Like, is there a world in where he actually just has to deal with it?
Because sometimes, sorry to cut you off, because sometimes, I think to add to Sakali's point, because sometimes she could go out there, you could be protected in this bubble, you know, growing up. But as soon as you get out there and you encounter some sort of racial abuse about your colour, and it's like, not all of a sudden, it's a shock to you. Same way you said, Sakali, you didn't know your mixed race cousin was mixed race until you was 14. Because again, you know, your family had done a good job protecting you from knowing colours and caring about anything like that. So again, it could be a mechanism to prepare, get ready for what you could possibly, you know, have to deal with out there. So yeah, so to Carly's question, what do you think? Do you think there's ever a time or a place where he might just have to accept that? Look.
Yeah, as I said, I think, like, collectively, I think we've all agreed that it just boiled down to that one conversation to have, because there's always going to be comments. There's always going to be comments, but listen, like, let's get one thing straight here, as what you just said there about your niece. You never knew that she was.
She's gone from my sister to my cousin to my niece.
Sorry, your sister. Oh, apologies.
One thing that I'll put on record is that when you got mixed race children, like, let's be honest here, like the black features are more predominant and more strong. Like I said, the hair, like the facial features, the skin color, like, you know what I mean. So as I said, there's gonna come a point where you're gonna have to live to accept with those sort of comments, because that's what I do. But that comes over time, gentlemen. Yeah,
I hear that.
Like, at first, it becomes a bit more like argumentative, and after a while, once you understand where that comes from a good place.
I hear that.
It's not coming from a spiteful place, coming from a good place. So you could definitely find the right balance in that.
Okay, so to our dear brother that sent this dilemma, what we will say to you is, fair point, have the conversation with your missus. I doubt she's being malicious, but just learned that, yeah, because of this, obviously coming of two different cultures, you lot need to try and find a balance that works for you. I don't think there's a one size fits all. But thank you for sending your dilemma, and sorry you had to wait for so long. But cool. No, Booth, well answered. And obviously the reason why we brought Boofy on here today is obviously he is in an interracial marriage.
Yep, that's
right.
correct.
So we felt like it was a great way to segue into this topic of, interracial relationships today in our society. Online is a very big minefield of opinions on interracial relationships. So I just wanted to see how you obviously navigated this. So give us, how did you meet your missus? How did that play about?
So I actually knew my missus, funny enough, probably for about a year or 18 months before I even said hello to her.
Wow.
We actually used to work in the same place.
Are you doing
way.
My Man You from Netflix?
was that
I was just watching that. Well,
Yeah, you know
Oh,
what I'm saying, mate?
yeah.
You know You, yeah, on Netflix.
No, I was. Apologies, I've not even seen that to be honest.
I ain't seen that.
Like, it's the guy who stalks.
Maybe I'll give it a watch, Maybe I'll
stalks
give it a
his
Man
watch.
said
women.
he stalks, it's women.
By the way, I wasn't stalking, by the way. I was not stalking, by the way.
You know what I mean? Man
It wasn't a stalking type of thing.
try to make you sound like one
Man
rapist.
stalks the woman for a
Jesus
year
Christ.
before. No, I'm joking, man. Sorry. go
Yeah,
ahead.
no, so what it was, I was working early, she was working late. And then on this day, I finished late, like doing a bit of overtime. Like she was working behind the cashier desk. And me being me, I don't even know why.
Did you do overtime on purpose? You take overtime on purpose?
Probably yeah or no, Like, you know what? That's probably my only way in, boys. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? The only way that we're gonna clash paths.
Man, need to
is
get
if I
this
do a bit of
overtime.
put a bit extra money in my pocket. That might end up being a date money. You know what I'm saying?
Win-win.
It's a
Smart
win-win
man.
round.
A win-win.
So
Smart
then
man.
I come to the cash desk, and she was just there, minding her own business, being polite as she is. I see her reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Hey, wonderful.
Like me just being me. I don't know how she took the comment. Furthermore, now I know how she took it now.
Yeah.
I just went to her, hey, that book must make you wet.
Oh, whoa.
And obviously, it's a very sexual book, right? But I don't even know why I done that.
I've never read this book.
50 Shades of Grey.
Wait.
You know what? I've never read it, but I know the
never read it.
content
Yeah, we
is
know the
about
content.
it's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
sexual, yeah?
Yeah.
And then, I'm pretty sure if she was white, she probably would have blushed. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
couldn't see it. I was like, what have I done here? I said, oh, you know what? I'm going to love and leave you on that comment. I do apologize if it's... maybe
Guy,
feel
you're
some
thinking,
type of
are
way.
you thinking HR?
But
But you know what? The thing is, she smiled about it, so I'm thinking, it ain't too
Okay.
bad.
Yeah.
And then,
That was a good joke. It was a good one.
And then I think it must have been the Christmas party. We was all out, and then we was just all dancing. Obviously, now I've had a few drinks.
Christmas parties.
Yeah, Christmas party at work.
It
And
goes
then
down.
we was downstairs dancing. We're just talking, mingling together. And I thought I heard her say, kiss me. So me being me, I went in for the kill boys.
He said,
Wow.
I thought I heard her say.
All I heard her say, kiss me. Now I was like, yes, like the comment paid off, boys. So I got the kiss, like she pulled her face backwards. I was like, oh, my apologies once again. I thought I'm treading in deep water here.
Honestly, bro, that's two strikes,
That's
bro.
2 strikes. So then I'm thinking,
My
nah,
gosh.
I've done it. And then obviously went outside. I just had to vacate from the premises. I was like, no,
Sharp.
I can't do anything
Quick.
anymore.
Yeah.
Like with this lady, I've probably just done a
Ruined
little
it.
bit too much. And then the next day, I didn't even know why. I must have just felt some proper confidence. But I went to her, I said, like, you missed your opportunity there.
This guy, you
Like,
well, you know what's mad?
I don't even know what it was.
You're like a white version of Sukali, fam.
By the way,
Because these are things he would say and do. Wow.
But then when I said that to her, I said, like, do you mind me asking? Because I thought I heard you say kiss me. And she was like, no. I said, you're so close to me. It's like you want to kiss me. I said, so I only heard snippets of it.
That's
But
not
I
your
said,
fault.
look, I said-
Selective hearing.
but-
He was only listening
That's
to the
exactly what I
part. You heard what you wanted to hear. You heard what you
I
wanted
had
to
selective
hear.
hearing.
Yeah.
But I said, look, like, was I wrong for assuming that? So I said, look, I think that's when I said, look, like, you may have missed opportunity. Like, and obviously, I think I just went, I said to her, do you fancy going to having a walk through the park? And then went there.
Real gentleman.
And then went there. Then what it was obviously because like, that was a park in my local area, and like there's a memorial bench for one of my friends
Okay.
that lost his life. Yeah. So I sat there, just started having a chat. How are you? Blah 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 blah. Said to her, look, I know we've been working for quite some time with one another. I ain't really got to know you. I would like to get to know you. And then another thing, I was proper cocky back then, and then. Right
I mean, you
next to
still are now.
Right next to the.
I mean,
Like, I said, I've learned how to navigate certain comments better. And then, for some reason, I just looked up over there and I see, you know, the big flats next to the river.
Yeah.
I said, by the way, that's my apartment over there.
Come on.
That had her.
That
had
was
her.
it. That was
had her.
it. Yeah.
Like, cut a long story short, obviously, I had a little date in the park. And I was like, it's now time. Like, do you want to come back? Like, to mine.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I don't even know why at that time. Just said, I'll come back to mine. I introduced to my parents.
Right. Like that?
No. But listen, like listen.
You were like one African uncle, fam. That's sick.
It sounds 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But it didn't play out that way.
Okay.
Like it wasn't the fact this is like our first date and whatnot. And then I just thought, come back. And I said, no, I'll drop you back home. Mate, boys, we started heading in different directions. I thought you lived there. I said, I was only joking with you. like, now we're going to go back to my mum's. Just went back to my mum's and, boys, that was the start of it. I said, 10 years later, we're here now.
Christ.
So on the first date, she met your mum?
Yeah, like, so on the first time that I actually had to sit down with her, we went back to my mum's house, yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, just
they say when you know what you want,
you know.
You go for it.
Yeah.
If you know, you
But then, Booth, at that time, bro, in your mind, did you know that, yo, I want to take it there with this girl? Or you just wanted to smash, but you was going about it all the wrong way?
Probably, no, the latter part.
The latter part,
yeah, of course. But at first,
yeah,
but I was still quite young then. Like, probably, like, I ain't been in a relationship for quite some time. In a way, I would say I was kind of like desperate to try and get like to try and be in a relationship of some sort. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
And like, I felt like I was developing as a young man, getting my feet on the ground, and just thought, you know what, that's a piece of the puzzle that I need. Yeah. Like, just to try and connect all my dots.
So you were trying to take it seriously. Yeah. It wasn't a promiscuous thing.
Yeah, like, you know, yeah.
Because a man like you, I don't think you just take anyone to meet your mum.
No, because that's what I was gonna ask him. Did you know the implications of introducing a girl at that time? I mean, we're talking 10 years ago now. Did you know the implication of introducing a girl to your mum at that time?
No, because you know what? At that time, honestly, hand on my heart, gentlemen, I would say that I was more introducing her as a part friend and part...
Right, see, there you
part
go.
future as well, do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, because I'll be honest with you, like, I've introduced a few of the girlfriends, like, to the mum, like, at the first minute.
There
like,
you go.
I don't know why that is. That's just part of...
So that's not a big thing.
That's your culture. It's not a big thing.
In a way, that's not. No, for my culture, the way I see it, you're right. That's not a big thing for me. But I said it has materialized into something beautiful. It's blossomed.
Something wonderful.
It's something wonderful. Do you know what I mean, mate?
So do you think it's more of a thing where you see a lot of times when men take their woman back home, is, you know, there's some sort of assessment the mumsy does, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So is it a thing where, okay, let me take her to my mum, see like what she sort of thinks of the girl, obviously, before you
Well, like, to be honest with me as well, as I said, like, I can't keep talking about culture, but in my household, my parents have never strike me as when I've got to get their approval for a woman that I want to end up being with.
So it wasn't that for you?
Really? It wasn't even that for me. That's the way I saw it. I'll be honest with you. That's just me being polite to the woman, to my parents. And then, like, if they want to go and, like, once the lady's gone home, then question me about it, then I'll be happy to have that honest conversation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you, like, things did materialize quite quickly
after that,
because I don't know how. I'm bad with dates, by the way. Yeah. So please don't try and call me out.
No.
I will get sussed out.
It's not us. Trust me, it's back home.
Yeah. I can imagine. But then, boys, I'll be honest. I think about maybe 4 or 5 months later, I kind of moved in with her straight away.
That's crazy.
Mate, it went rapid.
Because you knew that,
Like, no, it's not even because I knew. You know, like, things happen, arguments, conversations, and you think, you know what? I just got to take the leap of faith and just go with it. And I said, thank God. Like,
so you felt like you were just making decisions. You was going with the flow, kind of thing.
That's exactly what I was doing.
By the time you looked up, oh, we're here now.
That's exactly what it was.
Like, enjoying.
Like, in a blink of an eye, time's just there. Said happily married now.
Okay.
2 children.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
You know, for like our culture, I feel like it's different. Like with us, where you want to take a girl to go and meet your mum, you know that you're about to advance to that next level. Like, we would have already been seeing each other in a relationship for about at least a while, bruv, before man makes that decision.
Yeah.
Like, which is why, to what Uzi was saying, by the time I'm going to go and introduce a girl to my mum, I'm wanting that final stamp. That you know, because like we always believe that, you know, your mum can source things out. Like, oh, you know what? And after they leave, your mum is like, nah, that's not the one. I send, you know, this, that red flag. You know what I mean? Innit? So like when you go to your parents, always they know, I like her. You know that, okay, boom, this is the one. Kind of, that's like the final stamp, innit?
Yeah,
with our culture.
Yeah. If I'm comparing, this might even make you laugh, by the way. Yeah. So I'll take the girl to my mum's house. Only my mum and my dad there.
Yeah.
Boy, the other way around, boys.
Yeah. What was that
I walked in, if I probably spoke Portuguese,
yeah,
I was due to probably walk into an onslaught. The amount of aunties and uncles and cousins was there. I was like, boy, like, you want to make a white man sound ready. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boy, the other way around, like the culture thing. And as I said, like, in a way, that's a disadvantage and advantage at the same time. I can't speak the language, yeah? Like, their native tongue is Portuguese.
Because she's Angolan, right?
She's Angolan, yeah, that's correct, yeah. So her native tongue is Portuguese. So
I mean, you could Rosetta Stone that.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I told the missus, but you know what? I think my best bet is it's gonna be for my children because I get told that I speak quite fast, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. If you're not English, you're not gonna understand what he's saying.
That. But the other way around as well, like with my wife, when she's talking Portuguese on the phone, boys, I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
I don't stand no chance. I don't stand no chance.
Yeah.
Of trying to pick it. Obviously, like, I know certain things. I'm not even gonna try to embarrass myself on camera. Trying to
we won't draw
pronounce
you
anything,
out.
but
If you weren't my boy, I would definitely draw you out.
Yeah, so you know like that.
No,
yeah.
please.
But if you want to, feel free. But
episode like take 2, I might try for a bit of a laugh and a bit of banter.
Of course.
But yeah, I said this and like when I went and saw her family, and by the way, they have taught me a lot because like the way they've took me in, the way I've embraced that culture as well, her family, without even being able to engage in too much conversations directly with the in-laws. Obviously, like my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, obviously they can speak English, so I can engage in conversations with that. But there's one thing I always tell my wife. There's one thing that I love to do. And that's being able to talk to my mother-in-law. Because it always seems like she got the banter, you know, at a party or a function, at a wedding. I said, but your mum's always laughing.
Yeah.
I just love to know what she's laughing about because I just know it's going to be the banter, do you know what I mean? You know, in that part of that culture, you've always got that banterish one, and apparently that's my
the mum.
So, the mother-in-law, so yeah.
Wait, you know what? So far, your story sounds so beautiful.
Sounds what's this thing called? Prim and proper.
Very
Prim and
proper.
proper.
But even when I look at statistics,
Statistics.
statistics,
That is to say.
there is a lot of difficulties being in an interracial relationship. So I'm gonna just read out some statistics.
Yeah, yours very seamless. Smooth.
So we got 7% of relationships in the UK are interracial.
70.
What was that?
7.
70? That's what I was thinking.
Oh,
Yeah.
7. Okay, yeah.
7%.
Sheesh.
And 33%
Very low.
of white parents would mind if their child dated
How many?
a Muslim.
30.
33%. Yeah.
Sheesh.
So these are just random
A
statistics.
Muslim?
Yeah, a Muslim. So I'm
Okay.
talking. So interracial. Obviously, everyone always thinks race.
Yeah,
but
but of
it's
course
also
it's
like
religion.
interreligions and stuff,
Yeah,
racial
yeah,
stuff. In 1986, British Social Attitude Survey showed 50% of the public were against marriage across ethnic lines. It dropped to 40% in the 90s, and now it stands at 15%. But 1 in 4, that's 25% of over 65s, still say they wouldn't be comfortable about a child or grandchild marrying somebody from a different race. But that falls to 1 in 20, so 5% if you're under 25. So if you're under 25, you're more likely to not mind. But the older ones, obviously, we know they got issues, innit? So hearing those statistics, are you able to tell us any challenges you guys have faced being in an interracial marriage, like from family or society or wherever?
Just one thing I want to add to that. Them stats clearly tell you what story it is that it's definitely a generational thing, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe, me personally, I don't want to sound lame here,
No,
but
go ahead.
I believe that the world is slowly adjusting, like not at the pace it should have, but it's slowly adjusting to the interracial, biracial relationships and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But lads, like as you said, my story might sound plain sailing, yeah, but boys, please believe me that it's been far from that as well, yeah. Honestly, hand on my heart, like it's not been easy. There's been many clashes. Like I'm still trying to embrace the culture now. Like you might say it's a petty argument. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
Like the amount of time my wife spends on the phone. And I just want to ask the three of you as well.
Yeah.
Like with your missus, is it the same with you guys? 4-way conversation, but I'm talking hours, and I'm thinking, I don't know who I feel sorry for the most. My wife or the person on the other end of the phone call. But does it happen in your culture as well? 'Cause you're Ugandan, right?
Yeah.
And then you two are Nigerian, yeah?
Yeah.
Is it the same in? Is that because obviously my wife says it's a female thing. I'm saying, babe, I grew up with 5 sisters. Please believe me that in my household. Maybe because it was 1-to-1 back then, and obviously like won a lot of airtime. But that wasn't the case. But just in a way, like we'll get back to that. But please answer that question. Just like from your perspective, is that the same with
bro.
With your women and
yeah, 100%. Like, even my aunt,
not just women, him as well.
Yeah, bro. Even like,
so you're a talker.
no, it's not even about that. So okay, I'll give it in two ways. So my auntie, growing up, my auntie, she'll forgive me for saying this, but she's just known as the operator. We call her the operator of the family.
Everyone always has one of those.
She'll wake up at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Straight on the phone to Uganda, to where, whatever. And she can be on the phone all the way until midnight.
Yeah.
Don't worry, in between she'll do her thing, she'll
do what
wash
she needs
up,
to do.
clean, but she'll be on the phone.
Yeah.
And when it comes to me now, because I know a lot of people, especially like my fam, I'm one of 16, right?
He's the problem solver.
So, exactly.
Okay, I like that,
so
though.
I'm pretty much always on the phone, but not of my own doing. I don't
Yeah,
like
he
being on the
answers.
phone. But
When
I
they
have
call
to-
him, he
Do you know what I
answers.
mean? But I'm the one that everyone's calling. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? So it is. I can imagine coming from your background, coming into that. You're like, bro, when do you chill? Because anyone,
Where everybody solve their own problems.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like I would say that definitely that's a fair comment, and one that I said I've learned to adapt to is that
Yeah.
from African culture. If you don't mind me saying that, by the way.
No, go on.
Like,
That is our culture.
Like you have got a wider family, like
Yeah,
like,
bigger
within
family.
us, like the way how we see it. Not even how we see it, the way how I would see it is that your cousin stops at your first cousin. But like in the family, I say, I'll use a Drake lyric. I said, I believe every single time that I go to a family function, I meet another cousin, another auntie, another sister.
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
Jesus
Facts.
Christ.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm always like
You're always
meeting,
meeting someone.
Another
You're
member of the
Jesus
family.
Christ.
When they say sister, and I get home, I say, babe, now break it down. Who is that? That's my granddad's auntie, sister's uncle's son.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
fine, babe.
yeah.
But let me tell you now, in our culture, it stops at your like.
What's
my,
first cousin? What's
Like you see, like first cousins.
Your
gonna be,
main
like,
immediate one, isn't
like my uncle's son.
Yeah, the immediate
That's
one.
your
Like,
first cousin.
That's your first cousin,
Okay.
yeah. Like I'll tell you now, I'll probably walk past my cousins in the street. Second cousins, third cousins, and I probably wouldn't even know who they are. And that's you see when I say that, I say that as a positive because that's what I've learned to embrace from definitely from African culture. It's a leaf that I took out of that book, most definitely.
That's what I was gonna say.
Like, I put it into my book.
We're very with
stay,
by the African culture, we're very
you stay strong to
together.
your family,
We
like-
try to be anyways, and I think again another reason for that might be obviously there's loads of different factors, but one of them could be obviously the fact that majority of us, like obviously, for example, I'm Nigerian. You then realize that my mom, like, okay, she's the firstborn of 8. Now everyone else, all her siblings, all live in different countries in Europe. So now everyone's kind of like scattered everywhere. So because of that, to be able to keep everyone together, you kind of you need one of those aunties like Sukali's auntie. I've got one of them in my family that she's the one that just facilitates everything.
glue,
Make
yeah.
sure, like doing that conference calling with everyone and every single day. Like, bro, a lot of my aunties, their phones ring way more than mine. Their phone don't stop ringing, bruv. I can't have 1 minute conversation with them without their phone. And they have to answer it. They'll tell you, wait 1 second. They will pick up that phone. So I think, I guess I can put one of the reasons to that because they're just everywhere and we kind of need, so we need to be together as much as we can, really. That's I don't know if everyone
To
else...
add to that, like, especially Ugandan culture, we're very much big on, like, we do not like abomination. Yeah. So,
like incest.
yes. So in my culture, you cannot marry someone from the same clan as you.
Or the same clan.
Yeah.
Not
You
even
so
thinking
you can be
clan.
you can be same tribe, but you can't be same clan.
Okay.
So you can almost see clan as like a subset of your tribe. Yeah. So I'm a Muganda, that's my tribe, but my clan is Mamba, the Mamba fish, right? So I can't date anybody
The Black Mamba.
that is I can't date anyone that's Mamba. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
yeah,
even
yeah,
when you
yeah.
hear my name, if you're a Mamba, you'll know, oh, he's a Mamba. Yeah, I can't do anything with him, right? So the whole cousin thing, the reason why we need to know who our cousins are, especially for his reason that a lot of us are scattered around the world, is that even if I go to America and I meet a Ugandan that has the surname that is from my clan, I will
Sebo.
know you can't
That's
go there.
bloodline.
Yeah, it's considered
does that
blood-
clan mean bloodline?
Yeah, literally means
Like, yeah,
bloodline.
that's
Like, we've got back. If you go back, we've got the same.
links
And you mentioned
somehow.
incest, yeah, of course. I
And
get
they
that.
don't, because that abomination of incest is a big thing in my culture. So if you stopped at your first cousin, that will cause problems. Because what we don't want is we get to the traditional wedding, and then this is the biggest taboo. You don't know what side to sit on.
Yeah.
Because that side you're related, and that side you're related.
Shout out Amaka, Andrea, and Obi. They're steady working, so we ballin' like Kobe.